Welcome back! I'm realistic full-size human Melissa Kelly, and today we're discussing Peril, a film all about one woman's journey to become a dancer through passion, commitment, and pitchfork murder. Hi there my dudes, I hope you're well. Keeping out of trouble, are we? Don't forget, if you want to watch this whole film with me as I react along to it, you can head over to Patreon, where it's on there for free. Don't say I don't ever do anything for you. Our film opens on a Texan farm in 1918 where Peril lives with her father, the real villain of the piece, which is her overbearing German mother. Peril's husband's been fighting in World War I and she's stuck on a farm dreaming about becoming a movie star. That's right. Peril, who's played by art house lovely and eyebrow phobic Mia Goth, is honestly transcendent in this film. I know when I say that she's crazy in this film, a lot of you will think of, I don't know, Kathy Bates or Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. Anything I tell you, dial it up to 11. She's deadite crazy. Right out the gate we see Peril dancing to the music in her own head, which of course she's immediately scolded for by her bitch of a mother. And I know what you're thinking, well that's not so bad, maybe she's just got a really big imagination. Well, just so that we're left in no doubt of her mental state, we are immediately shown Peril asserting to the farm animals in some kind of anthropomorphic job interview that she is in fact the next Beyonce, before pitchforking so-named Mr. Goose and feeding him to her crocodile. No, really, that's verbatim. The next few scenes are a lot of setting up just how downtrodden Peril is by her mother and genuinely how horrible her life is. Because her mother will not stop complaining.
You aren't to indulge in any more such foolishness. It's selfish is what it is. Setz den Mais auf und hol deinem Vater. Do as I ask, Pearl.
She also switches between German and English sentence by sentence. Can you imagine how fucking annoying it would be if you were fighting with someone and they just threw in a German sentence for no reason? Babe, you've left the fridge door open.
Sorry.
Never mind you're sorry, there's water everywhere.
Iss meinen Ass Schlampe!
What? So after a few more bleak scenes, Peril heads into town where she's going to buy some morphine for her father. And before she heads home, she heads over to the local cinema, where she enjoys a movie of face-melting scenes of war and chorus lines. What the fuck, 1918? Don't worry though, Peril keeps it spicy by taking a giant glug of morphine while she's watching the film. I don't know about you, but when I think of a party drug or something to keep me a bit peppy, I don't think of morphine.
This isn't a rave, it's happening!
You shouldn't mess around with that stuff. After the show, she meets the projectionist of the film in an alleyway, which is where I like to meet all of my projectionists. He shamelessly flirts with her and eventually gives her a small clipping of the film she's just seen. The chorus line, not the face melting bit. Stop thinking about the face melting bit. From there, we get the only scene that matters in this film. Peril leaves the cinema and heads home. And when the clipping of the movie she had flies out of her pocket, she heads into a cornfield to find it. 'Cause nothing ever bad happened in the cornfield. From there, she proceeds to suplex a scarecrow like she's on the top rope before having a waltz around the field. Which honestly is kinda wholesome, you know? Confusing. Do I want that to be the summer blockbuster? Kinda.
This year, get ready for the greatest love story to ever happen in a cornfield. Harvesting Love. A scarecrow love story.
Kinda. But then, like, after that bit, she humps a scarecrow to completion. Like, I don't want to yuck anyone's yum. Or mock the representation of this particular kink. But is it a kink for scarecrows? Or would any humanoid object have done, you know? Her mother, of course, is furious it took her so long to get home.
What took you so long?
If anyone needs some of that scarecrow D, am I right?
Yes, that's true.
Wash your hair.
Wash your hair, bitch. And then Peril for the second time uses her dad's used bathwater. I don't know if it's the germaphobe in me, but I hate this more than the murder that's gonna happen. After another long ass lecture from her mother, who's desperate to show that she's bilingual.
I did not excuse you from the table. Setz dich.
Pearl is visited by her sister-in-law, who wants to tell her about an audition that's happening on Saturday for a chorus line.
There's a dance audition this Saturday at our church for a Christmas chorus line.
Which she encourages Pearl to do. Emboldened by her sister-in-law's words and the fact that she's wearing a top hat of her recent sexual assault victim, Pearl heads back to the cinema to see the projectionist. When I tell you that this man is the worst kind of man. He explains to Pearl that he is a bohemian, which is just like saying I'm homeless but I have a trust fund. And then shows Pearl the worst, most plain white toast of porn I've ever seen in my whole life. Like the actors are just lying deathly still in the missionary position with their work shoes on. I've had root canals with more chemistry. After she gets home, Pearl's feeling a bit more devil-may-care. So she tries to feed her dad to a crocodile. Because, and I quote, she doesn't want to feel guilty about leaving him. But feeding him to a crocodile, no guilt there. But she's of course caught and stopped by her moany-faced mother.
Pearl? What are you doing?
Did you know she's bilingual? She doesn't like to talk about it. What follows is easily top 5 best dinner scenes that's ever happened. After praying to God, which, I'll be honest, the only thing that people seem to be able to do on this homestead is to chop wood or peel vegetables. Maybe pray to God for a better life. Pearl and her mother have a huge argument where her mother calls her evil.
Don't you ever speak that way to me again, do you hear me?
And uses the abuse excuse of every dreadful parent on the planet.
You are not better than me!
I just feel really emotionally neglected and abused. But you have food and shelter. I mean, I feel like that's bare minimum. Like, you would give that to a houseplant? Oh, I get it. You think you're better than me. What? I would be a liar if I said that I wasn't anxiously anticipating Pearl doing something horrible to this woman. I hate her so much. Pearl's mother strikes her across the face, and then Pearl does exactly what I would have done. She hits her back and sets her alight. To be fair, Pearl does do it by accident, but the crescendo of hilarious physical retribution for this bitch is when Pearl tries to put out the fire with boiling water. And I'm sorry. It's funny. Liberated from the tyranny of her mother, Pearl does what any of us would do if we had just assaulted and set someone alight. She kicks her downstairs and runs away to have sex. I know when I physically assault someone, it leaves me feeling kind of frisky. So after spending the night making sweet, sweet, plain toast love to the bohemian projectionist, he drives her home, past the cornfield where it all happened. Pearl brings her new beau to the farm, and after some uncomfortable explanations, we have what I would say is the third best scene in the film, where the projectionist tries to use his usual brush-off technique he obviously reserves for all the other girls too. Except Pearl's not like the other girls. Pearl's decidedly different from the other girls. After a fabulous screaming monologue, which if I'm honest is 100% my own inner monologue some days.
Why are you leaving me? If I didn't do anything wrong, I don't understand. I thought you liked me!
Calm down, diddly 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 diddly.
Pearl does what any red-blooded woman would do in this situation. She pitchforks him. Twice. And pushes him into a lake. With the most hilarious send-off.
Au revoir, poor Johnny!
Honestly, he deserved it. It's time for the big audition. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is the best scene in the movie. It is. It's truly the most quietly menacing thing I've seen in a long time, because the thing is, we know that Pearl's not getting it. We know that Pearl doesn't suddenly get discovered and run away to Hollywood to be a star. She can't. So all we're doing is watching her be bad at dancing until someone's gonna tell her no, which of course is gonna push her over the edge. I mean, we do watch her dance and it's really bad. Maybe you should have practiced on the run up to your audition, Pearl, instead of murdering your father. Oh, did I forget to mention that she did kill her dad? Of course, the people tell her no, and of course, in Pearl's mind, she sees nothing but her burnt to a crisp KFC mother telling her no, which immediately after, she has the most harrowing, convincing meltdown ever.
Please. You don't understand my weakness.
And the way that the people are doing the audition deal with it is so bizarre. They just sit there.
Please, I'm a star!
Of course you are. Of course you are. Security. Get the security. Pearl's sister-in-law, feeling bad for Pearl, takes her home, sits her down, gets her little glass of milk, and gives her the opportunity to get some shit off her chest. What follows is again another incredibly bleak monologue, and all the way through it, the sister-in-law sits quietly across the table and misses every single red flag given to her. Like 15 of them.
I don't feel well. Seems like there's something missing in me that the rest of the world has. I hate you so much for leaving me here. Sometimes I hope you die.
Finally, when Dum Dum decides that she's going to leave because she's feeling uncomfortable, Pearl full congratulates her on passing the audition to become part of the chorus line. And then she doesn't lie about it. I'm just going to murder the next person that talks to me about Lord of the Rings. I'm just going to cut their head off. Did you know that Aragorn broke his foot? And then, like crackhead Lizzie Borden, Pearl chases Dum Dum down the driveway, which the running that she does, run. No, run. What's that? You need to run. Oh my god, never mind. Maybe some people deserve to be axed to death. Finally, Pearl's husband arrives home from World War I. The worst Christmas dinner that's ever been. But wait, maybe God can fix this. Oh, no, wait, never mind. Oh. We close out on Pearl smiling, telling her husband she's glad he's home. And then Mia Goth smile cries at the camera for a solid 2 minutes. Honestly, I freaking love this film. Mia Goth is equal parts adorable and terrifying. Kinda like me. Her monologues are absolutely masterful, and if I could relive her suplexing that scarecrow off the top rope again, in fact, I think it should be played in schools every morning, and we should salute it like it's the flag. All in all, this is probably one of my favourite horror movies from 2023. If you want to watch me watch it and have a little commentary, head over to Patreon. Or burn in hell, it's completely up to you. Later, dudes.
Ist meinen Ass Schlampe?